Basura. Translation, trash.
It was like being invited to a family barbecue without any meat.
No ribs, no
No,
burgers, no chicken,
no hot
no
dog,
hot dogs.
no nothing. And to top it off, the potato salad had raisins in it.
Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today we're talking about OWN Network's reality-based TV series Love and Marriage DC Season 1, Episode number 7.
It was a sleeper. It was a full episode. It was hard to watch. It was so boring. And you know what I do when I'm bored? I start channels.
And you gotta wake my ass up.
But I had to be focused because I didn't want to have to watch this again. But before we get into it, please like, share, subscribe, and send us your comments. This episode, I don't know why the producers thought that this was something to release to the public. They should have gone back, re-edited this because it had no spice, no flavor, and every scene was manufactured and was full drama. It was basically trash. It should have stayed on the cutting room floor.
I'm mad you woke me up.
We start off seeing Monique going to this new job she got with the radio station in DC.
WPDC 95.5 FM.
Right, you know it well. She seemed like she's happy. She doesn't look nervous. She's doing her thing. Ashley meeting her publisher, she said.
Audrey, I think is her name.
Audrey,
right?
her publisher and editor. Ashley is telling Audrey that she feels insecure by putting her picture on the cover of the book. The book was really a self-discovery rather than a self-help book, and she talked about herself. She talked about her depression issues.
Right.
She talked about having to maintain the home and the kids while Quick's career rocketed. She had to really manage the home.
Yeah, it was a big time struggle for her, for sure.
Yeah.
And she was able to do it, but she had her challenges along the way.
She had her challenges along the way.
No question about it.
And she also indicated that part of the problem was that she felt Quick was supportive, but only when it suited him, when it benefited him.
Are you talking about like in terms of his schedule, or is that
his interaction while helping her out?
Oh, I see.
I think she felt isolated and had no help.
Right.
That was the reason why she wrote the book.
Sure.
Because
to explain how she felt and how she managed that process.
Right, because she said she quit school twice. So this was a struggle for her, but she managed to make it through. And at the end of it, she decided to write a book that would help women who are in the same situation.
Encouraging.
Absolutely.
Jamie and Irina.
Yes.
Taping in their home for TikTok videos that they put together.
Evidently, they have done some really successful viral TikTok stuff, and they're making money from it. Right. So Jamie is coming up with concepts.
This one was specifically focused on them having fun, clowning. I think Jamie had on a wig or something.
Yeah, he was clowning her about repossessing a vehicle and how that may feel.
It was interesting to say the least.
Right. And later on, they started talking about the outcome of that meeting they had with that energy counselor. And the counselor telling Jamie that he had some bullying issues, that if he feels insecure, his response to it is to be aggressive and in your face kind of situation. And he asked Rita whether she felt he was a bully, and she said she does not feel that, but she thinks he is overly aggressive towards her and the kids.
And she agreed with the healer, right? The intuition healer.
The energy healer.
The energy healer. And it was one of these things where I think he thought it was a little bit not necessarily descriptive of him, but partially.
Well, in the confessional, he seemed to take it little issue with her saying that he's aggressive towards her and the kids.
Right.
And then she softened that. She said, "You're aggressive towards me." And unfortunately, it didn't seem like he received that very well.
Right.
But in the end, they agreed to go back to the energy healing.
They were on the same page, yeah.
To go deeper, to switch that up, because based on last week, his attitude towards his wife is hurting her, and he has not been able to see it.
I think he got it.
Yeah.
I think he got it.
Yeah.
He needed to be dragged a little bit to that point, but he got it. And kicking?
Right.
No, I don't think he was screaming and kicking. He was fussing and cussing.
That too.
Yeah. But he
all
got
of the above.
Right. Okay. All right. Next we had Ashley and her photo shoot for her book cover.
Right, and they're taking some good shots. Ashley looked beautiful.
Ashley was tight.
And I don't know why she was concerned about how she looked. But, you know, we all have insecurities about our look. But when you come to an awareness of how beautiful we are inside, then it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah.
Because to even do this, I had a hard time thinking about, will I be enough? And here I am, even fearful and all, but I'm still doing it. So it's a lesson for all of us. We may think that we are in a certain place, but when we start to do what we want to do every day, every time you do it, it becomes easier, and that fear starts to recede, and more of you and your personality starts coming out.
Yeah, and as it relates to Ashley, she also had some support there too. Monique showed up, and just to offer her that
No, Monique didn't roll through for support. Monique,
what? I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt.
No, I'm not giving Monique any benefit of the doubt. The sister is messy.
Yeah.
She made a comment in that meeting that she liked to see sisters pulling each other up.
Of course.
But based on her agenda, she really went to the photo shoot to tell Ashley additional stuff that Winter said. Now, in my mind, last week when they met, Ashley told both Winter and Monique they need to work on their relationship, that they had squashed everything.
Absolutely.
So now why is Monique coming through
and
revisiting the stuff? She told Ashley that Winter called her husband Fun Size.
DJ Fun Size?
DJ Fun Size, yeah. And Irena Winter decides to clown them and call Jamie a red light
special or something.
Red light special.
Yeah, I don't.
Now again, the Fun Size stuff was funny. I thought it was funny, and Ashley thought
it was kind of comical too, right?
Because she said, "Hey, her man is short."
Right.
You know, she thought it was funny.
Right.
But at the same time, when that settles into, she probably not gonna like that either. Women could be really iffy about, their man. One minute they're fine, next minute they're at your throat. So It's a dangerous situation trying to talk about a man that you do not know. Tight friends they will clown each other when they go out to dinner or at stuff.
Yeah, they're going on each other all the time.
All the time. But if they don't know you and you don't know them, that's something different altogether.
Something different.
You may get something in your throat.
Yeah, like somebody else's hand.
Monique, of course, revealed that piece of mess, and then she starts talking and talking. She likes the sound of her voice. Everything begins with her.
Ashley said that in her confessional, boy. I thought she was right on point. I think she hit the bullseye on that.
She sure enough did.
I think. Chris and Quick at
they're having a pedicure session to relax.
Yeah, foot massage, foot rub. Mothers do that too.
And Chris is huge.
You ain't know.
He almost touches the ceiling of
He was an offensive lineman for the Washington Redskins, now Washington Commanders, okay? He is a big fella.
And he had good feet. Mm-hmm. It wasn't crusty or dusty. And I know
So the dogs, in other words, the dogs weren't barking. Nothing like that, right?
I was thinking about feet.
Yeah, I know. Well, your dogs are barking, boy. You're going to hear about it.
Chris was telling Quick that perhaps he needs counseling because based on what he revealed at the energy healing session, he seemed like he had a really rough life, particularly in his childhood. He hears it, but he got some stuff going on, like his father told him not to cry.
Yeah,
and at 10 years old, and he didn't cry at his mom's funeral, and he took that stuff into his marriage because he said Ashley cries when she feels frustrated, angry, or tired, but he never cries.
Yeah,
and that's got to come out some other way.
It has to.
Has to.
It has to, and I think that he needs to get to a point where he recognizes that it's okay. His father did him a disservice when he told him that,
right?
And that he needs to let that come out in ways that are healthy,
right?
Not repress that and have him come out in ways that are unhealthy,
right? And even Chris revealed that his father was a Vietnam vet. And he had 3 boys, and he didn't necessarily treat them kindly either.
Right.
And that Chris had to find some way to heal that trauma by going to counseling.
Yeah.
So he was really encouraging Quick to do the same thing. But Quick said that he learned from being in the streets that being open
right,
could get you killed.
Right. It was problematic, for sure.
So I believe that Quick has a whole lot of stuff to unpack because he believes a lot of things that may not necessarily work for him as an adult man
at this
with
point
children.
in his life. Right.
And he needs to sort of change up that way of thinking. And it's good that a man could get with another man and say, hey, I've been where you've been, but you can change that up because I was able to.
I thought Chris did a fantastic job just kind of conveying that kind of sentiment too quick. I thought he really let him know in no uncertain terms that, brother, it's okay. You're doing the right thing, but it's okay to work on your issues as well and have them be something that you move beyond and move past.
Right.
You know, that you don't have to bring them out of your past forward into your present.
Right.
And they don't have to be a part of your future moving forward.
When a man talks to another man about getting deep with his feelings,
yeah, it's different.
I thought it's completely different.
Right, and they were doing all of that in between their bunions getting done, according to Chris.
Cosmetic
surgeon.
Evidently, Iranian wants a fat ass, as Ashley said. So she meets with a plastic surgeon to achieve that goal. She said she's always wanted a booty. Everybody wants a landmark behind them.
Real estate
stuff. Didn't you promise me you're not gonna?
Okay, I promise. I ain't gonna act up.
Ashley said, Ashley, stop. Just stop.
I ain't said nothing. What did I say?
Ashley said everybody don't.
Everybody. She said herb. Not everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody, y'all. Not everybody. Herb.
Don't need a fat ass. And
I'm sure there are people that would beg to differ, but
you see what I'm saying?
All right, I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh my God. Ashley, in the end, encouraged Arena to maybe gain some weight so she can get some fat in her body to put back there. But again, I don't know if Irena is doing this for that quest for perfection, like the energy healer reminded, because everything about her needs to be perfect.
Sure.
So I'm
and there's
not
no
sure.
such thing. There's no such thing.
No.
No such thing.
Irena, the DC chick, meeting up with
Northeast in the house.
Meeting up with Winter. And the reason she's meeting up with Winter is because Monique dropped that little pebble in her shoe about Winter saying that her man is the red light special.
What the hell is that about? Why does she feel like she needs to do this?
Winter said that she was really just clowning. She makes light of certain situations and yada yada.
Did Irena look like she thought it was a joke? Was it a joke to her?
No,
was she laughing?
She said, well, you shouldn't be doing that. She basically told her that she should not be talking about her husband.
Right.
And that the thing she revealed to her, she should already know that she should not repeat it.
Right, she had done that, I guess, presumably in confidence that it wouldn't go anywhere other than between the two of them at the time that they were talking, right?
Right. I just think that Winter is looking for trouble if she continues to talk about these two women and their husbands.
Well, she got enough trouble in the
Exactly.
form of Kevin and her dealing with that situation.
Exactly.
So why is she looking for more?
If she made a mistake with husband number 2, she needs to start getting deeper into why she made that decision to marry a man she did not know and focus in on her kids. She got 4 of them. 4.
Yeah, and then Irena, to put a nice little bow on the package, she asked Winter if mentally she was effed up based on her relationships.
I could see how that can work. She could have a root of bitterness. I mean, she tried marriage twice, and one, the man was unfaithful repeatedly to her, and the second one was scammed her, basically.
Yeah.
So I could see her having a little bit of bitterness, and she could be a little jealous of the couples who were able to keep that stuff together.
Okay, all right.
She's too involved in these other couples.
Agreed. Winter needs to, in my opinion, really pump her brakes and give only maybe very limited advice about marital situations regarding other people or concerning other people.
Right. Because she doesn't know all the full details.
Exactly. People like that, or you have to be direct with them. You have to be straight up, straightforward, so that there's no uncertainty about what messages you were trying to convey to them.
Yes, there are boundaries. There are boundaries. There's a clear line that if you cross it,
There's going to be consequences.
even by a toe, there's going to be an upset.
There's going to be consequences. So don't do it.
And we all should have boundaries for people in our life. The best form of advice is to mind your own business.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Particularly with married folk.
Right. And you having issues with yours, stay in your lane.
That's all we have for today. We thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. We'll put boundaries so people don't just think that it's okay to cross that line and really disturb your peace. Because when someone crosses that line, that's their intention, disturb your peace. Anyway, have a good one. God bless.
Keep those comments coming, y'all.
Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.